sometimes we need and want to make changes in our lives, maybe in our relationships, maybe in the way we behave towards our partner. Here are some ideas, some steps, some strategies that have proven to work for other people when they wanted to create a change, and a change that was efficient, meaning it didn't take too long time, and that it was permanent. Those are usually the two things we look for. We want the change to be efficient. It might not happen always in a heartbeat, it might take some time, but not for it to take forever. We want the change to be efficient, and we want it to be permanent, meaning we want it to stick. So what are those 6 steps that we'll be talking about? The first step is to find out exactly what it is you want. Create that crystal clear image. Because sometimes we might want to change, but we don't have really a good idea of what is it we want to change into. What is it that we want? So create that crystal clear image. Write it down, paint it, whatever needs to happen to make that image really, really, really clear about, I don't think I can over exaggerate that. Make it really, really clear what it is that you want. Clarity is power, like someone said. So create that clear image, find out exactly, maybe ask yourself some question. What do I really want out of life? What do I really want in this situation? Step 2, create the leverage. It is not that much about what we want to do or how, it's why we want to change. This is where the leverage comes in. The why is what drives us in so many things in life. So the leverage is about what would this, if I don't make this change, what negative things would that mean for me going forward in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years down the road? It might mean this, my relationship might get totally dry, it might break up, my kids might not talk to me anymore, whatever it is. Create that leverage, and with the leverage also comes what will be all the great things that will come out of making this change. So work on those 2 parts. What's going to be the painful things if I don't make the change, and what are going to be all the great pleasurable things if I do make the change. So the leverage to drive the change is step number 2. Step number 3 is to remove obstacles. And how do I remove obstacles? Well, first of all, you need to become aware of them. How are you stopping yourself from making this change? What are the things you do or don't do that is preventing? What are the thought patterns that you have that is preventing this change? Become aware of that and learn to catch yourself, because we do this, these are habitual patterns. We do this as a habit. So break the pattern. When you become aware of that, you're going into that loop in your head, when you start to think, for example, if you want to change your that you're feeling and behaving like a victim towards your partner, become aware of when that thought starts running in your head. Oh, it's poor me. You catch yourself and you do something to break the pattern. You might stretch your arms up and go, stop. Or you might do something, just go out and go for a walk, or just yell loud, or something, do something different, change, break the pattern, because that's a pattern you've ingrained in yourself. You do something completely different, you'll start breaking that pattern, whatever the pattern is. So remove the obstacles by becoming aware and breaking, changing, stopping the patterns. 4, create the new habits and the new truths about yourself that benefit you. Because if you might have been saying about yourself, oh, I'm such a victim, I'm such a wimp when it comes to these situations, you create new situations. Well, I am so immensely powerful beyond my own belief. Whatever your new truths about yourself, things that you say to yourself, you create those and you create new habits. What new habits would support this change? Make those habits really clear. Now, when you have those habits, how do we start using them? We anchor themselves. So this is step number 5. We anchor these habits so they become permanent. And this is really a key step here. You have the habits and you anchor them. That means you might visualize, close your eyes, and see yourself already doing and feeling the things you want to feel. See yourself becoming that person already. You might put posts, notes with words, key notes, that courage, for example. I feel courageous, and you might post that on your bathroom mirror or whatever, so you see it, so you remind yourself. You might find empowering speakers to listen to, or whatever it is that supports anchoring these new habits. You might say things to yourself. You might say, I am really courageous and powerful. I am really courageous and powerful on your walk, and see yourself already. You might be out walking doing this, and they're visualizing things. There are many ways to do this. Find the way that works for you to anchor this new way, these new truths and these new habits regarding the change you want to do. And step number 6, after you do this, you measure and adjust. Measure means you check, am I getting the progress that I want? Or do I need to adjust anything? Am I going to that clear goal that I want, what the change I want? Or am I a little bit off course here? Well, then I might need to make this change. So you measure and adjust, and you rinse and repeat, and you might need to do it again, but you make those adjustments. Don't forget to check up on how are you doing at regular intervals, so you can make those adjustments to get right back on track with your change.